Dear colleagues, we deeply regret the decision of the Russian Federation to veto the resolution. The Council lost a precious opportunity to show to the world its unity, its power, its usefulness.
Our US correspondent Mark Stone is listening in. Mark, tell us what's happening.
Well, it may seem insignificant given what we have just been witnessing, but it is not insignificant. The result of this UN Security Council resolution is 11 of the 15 votes voting in favour of the resolution. One against, obviously, Russia, but 3 abstentions, China, India and the United Arab Emirates. Now, this is significant. China was expected to vote with Russia against the resolution. They are, of course, close allies. They are geographical neighbours. President Putin likes to see himself as very close to Russian Premier Xi Jinping. And so the fact that over the course of some very, very difficult negotiations in the past 24 hours inside that chamber, Western diplomats have, as they put it, managed to peel China away from Russia and persuade China to abstain on that vote rather than vote against it. There was never any expectation that China would vote with the West, but an abstention is very important indeed. And it seems as though, well, it is clear now that India and the United Arab Emirates, both with close ties and concerns about upsetting the Russians, have also decided to abstain. There was some concern that they would vote against as well. So what this does is it sends a very, very clear message from the top diplomatic body of the world to isolate Russia and to cement that isolation. I think we will probably hear some more speeches. I don't know whether we can listen back in to what people are saying.
Today, in an effort to protect Russia's premeditated, unprovoked, unjustified, and unconscionable war in Ukraine. But let me make one thing clear. Russia, you cannot veto this resolution. You can veto this resolution, but you cannot veto our voices. You cannot veto the truth. You cannot veto our principles. You cannot veto the Ukrainian people. You cannot veto the UN Charter. And you will not veto accountability. Responsible members of this Security Council have stood together today in the face of Russia's aggression, and we will continue to stand with Ukraine, supporting it in every way we can. We are united behind Ukraine and its people. Despite a reckless, irresponsible permanent member of the Security Council abusing its power to attack its neighbor and subvert the UN and our international system. This vote showed which countries truly believe in supporting the core principles of the UN and which ones deploy them as convenient catchphrases. This vote showed which Security Council members support the UN Charter and which ones do not. We will be addressing this matter in the General Assembly, where the Russian veto does not apply, and the nations of the world can, will, and should hold Russia accountable and stand in solidarity with Ukraine. Before I conclude, I want to commend the true and tremendous courage we are seeing from the Ukrainian people. I want to thank the Ukrainian permanent representative who is here with us today. Earlier today, President Biden spoke with President Zelensky and personally commended the brave actions of the Ukrainian people who are fighting to defend their country. He also conveyed ongoing economic, humanitarian, and security support being provided by the United States, as well as our continued effort to rally other countries to provide similar assistance. It's hard to imagine what it must feel like to see tanks rolling into your city, to see bombs dropped on your streets, to see soldiers storm your parks and your gardens. But in the face of all of this, everyday Ukrainian people are taking extraordinary actions to protect their children, to protect their country, to defend everything they hold dear. I also want to commend the courage of the thousands of people in Russia who are protesting Putin's war, despite grave risks to their personal safety. They will keep chanting, "No war." They will keep asking how many Russian lives Putin wants to sacrifice for his cynical ambitions. As we move forward, I hope more member states take their cues from this courage and honor all of this bravery with more of our own. Thank you.